Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture.
And I'm Andy Murray from WhatCulture.
And don't forget, if you want to listen to the news as a podcast when you're out and about, you can do so by searching for WhatCulture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. But coming up today, a former WWE star has accused the company of stealing his ideas.
John Cena confirms that love is not a work.
Could WWE be bringing a pay-per-view to the UK?
And WWE have just announced the Women's Elimination Chamber participants, and yep, they're pretty weird.
This is the news.
We're going to kick things off by talking about The Undertaker. So, as has been recently reported, it looks like The Undertaker is going to face AJ Styles at WrestleMania 36. They seem to be hinting in that direction on Raw last night. AJ was talking about being a legend, about being one of the greatest of all time. The verbiage used was very much to set him up for a big-time showdown with a big-time name. Now, obviously, The Undertaker competing at WrestleMania, people automatically go, is this his retirement? Is this going to be his final match?
No.
No! The answer is no. We've got a new report here from WrestlingNews.co, and it's got some pretty interesting stuff. The first point to note is that The Undertaker actually handpicked AJ as his own opponent because he sees him as something of a modern-day Shawn Michaels, which is quite an apt comparison, I think, certainly in terms of in-ring ability. But as far as retirement goes, they know that this isn't on the cards for or in the aftermath of WrestleMania 36. This won't be a retirement bout as things currently stand, and WWE at the moment are planning something pretty big for the 30th anniversary of The Undertaker's debut, which will of course go down at Survivor Series 2020. His debut was that iconic appearance at Survivor Series 90. He was part of the $1 Million team. I believe he eliminated Coco Beware and Dusty Rhodes before getting his silly self counted out. Got over very quickly, perfect springboard to a legendary and iconic wrestling career. So hey, big Undertaker singles match, won't be the last. Cool.
Please don't try and do the Styles Clash on him. I'm terrified if they try and do that. But yes, I think it makes the most sense. And the moment I heard that he may be wrestling AJ Styles, especially considering it's 2020, as you mentioned, I went, yeah, they're going to make him hold on a little bit longer. Although, having said all this, big anniversary match at Survivor Series, didn't they have some bollocks with the Wyatt family at the 25th anniversary?
Oh God, yes.
It was like, what are they going to do?
Oh, it's the Wyatt family, yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense. Do you think they set this up? What's the name of that weird trophy that AJ's fighting for in...
The Tawake Mountain Trophy,
right.
That's it.
That, to me, looks like a perfect sort of lightning rod. It looks built to conduct lightning that comes down and makes it explode or something. I sense, that's my prediction how they're going to set it up. But who knows?
You're going to do that in Saudi Arabia?
Probably. Probably.
Not the trophy, the famous
They've got
trophy.
enough bloody money for pyro over there, so let's be honest.
They do.
Right, let's move on and talk about a WWE star accusing WWE of stealing his ideas. Do you remember Abraham Washington?
I do now.
You may remember him. He managed the Primetime Players. I'm fairly certain, didn't he have a talk show on ECW where Tony Atlas would go, like for an awkward amount of time on there?
And he also got fired for telling a really offensive Kobe Bryant joke.
Well, anyway, he has made an appearance on the High Spots podcast. I really enjoy doing that Tony Atlas impression.
I can tell.
Where he said, oh no, sorry. Abraham Washington said, I feel they're using certain elements of my material, and yeah, I'm not too happy about it. He now operates, by the way, as Reverend Jeremiah Constantine. And he said, here's the thing, I sent a video of me doing the Jeremiah Constantine thing, the whole religious aspect with the studio audience, mind you, and all of the things that I use right now. I sent them and I got a response from someone saying, okay, I'm going to send this to a lead writer. And he added, so it just upsets me the fact that you can't even acknowledge me and that you're taking from my stuff, especially with the Seth Rollins stuff, of course, with the Monday Night Messiah thing. He also claimed that Bray Wyatt's recent Firefly Funhouse Breaking News skit was his idea as well. Now, as much as this sounds like, I mean, you've just thought of a religious character, which has kind of been done quite a few times in wrestling, I am inclined to agree with him because Seth Rollins literally stole my gimmick last night. He started his promo by saying, we are gathered here tonight. That's my thing, Seth. You can't take that. That's mine. Anyway, your thoughts?
The real recognized real, but not Abraham Washington. If you guys want to try it down, what's his shoot name now? Is it
Reverend Jeremiah Constantine.
If you want to track down his stuff, he has actually got a YouTube channel with some of the material, and there are some similarities, but Come on, man. Like, it's Seth Rollins, it's WWE, it's Abraham Washington. Are they going to steal from a guy that they fired for the reasons we've just described? I don't know, man. Sounds like he's just trying to get his name in the headlines. And hey, look, we're talking about it, so it worked. We are marks. We got worked. Speaking of things that might be works.
Oh, I'm so happy about this.
Is love a work? This was a question that I asked on actually one of my first videos on this channel, reporting in April 2018 that John Cena and Nikki Bella, the pro wrestling power couple, had split up. Guess what? According to John Cena in 2020, love is a shoot.
Yes!
Because apparently, speculation is the big match John is getting married once more. Him and his partner, and I'm going to butcher this name.
Yeah, I'm really glad
sorry.
you're doing this story.
Yeah, Cena and partner Shay Shariatzada.
Someone's been practicing.
I have actually. They are speculated to be engaged. So Lords of Pain have reported that they were spotted in a park in San Diego where they've been spotted a lot. And Shay had a big old ring on that big old ring finger. So they're probably getting married. John's been a bit of a spicy little scamp on social media, as he often is. He posted an Instagram picture here, a love heart held over someone's face, saying, "Say yes, stone cold sweethearts." He also posted a picture, an image of a couple dancing at a wedding. John Cena loves fanning around on social media. That's why he follows everyone in the known universe on Twitter. So, you know, that's a little bit pinch of salt. But still, good for John, man.
Yeah.
They've been together since March 2019. They look very happy in all these pictures together. They were recently photographed at the premiere of Doolittle with Seth the chef and Becky the... Specky? Does she wear glasses? I don't know.
Becky the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. But yeah, good for John. Good for his partner. Yeah.
The only bit of wrestling that I was kept up to date with whilst I was away is it the fact that both Bellas are pregnant?
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, my wife is a big fan of both of them. So this is, I'm just really happy for everyone. Both Bellas are pregnant. They're all clearly very, very happy relationships. Everyone's moved on. And now John and...
Shay,
John and Shay, soon to be John and Shay Cena, there you go, are...
Shay Cena, that's a great name.
Yeah, engaged to be married.
Yes.
Congratulations. This is fantastic, great news. And speaking of great news, WWE could be heading to the UK for a major pay-per-view within the next 2 years. This is according to British newspaper The Sun. Don't buy The Sun.
Don't click on their links either.
No, don't go and look it up. Just trust us. Who note that a show could go down in 2022, which would, of course, mark the 30-year anniversary of SummerSlam being held at Wembley Stadium, London. The last show, Insurrection, all the way back in 2003. Prior to that, they used to have 1 or 2 shows here. Of course, they have all the regular TVs and live events that they have over in the UK, but all the way back to sort of Capital Carnage, you've had things like that. But yeah, it's been absolutely ages that we've seen them, and the general consensus would be that they would have a show at Wembley Stadium if they're going to mark the 30th anniversary of SummerSlam, which is brilliant news and long overdue in my opinion.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see, wouldn't it? Because they stopped doing the UK pay-per-views back in 2003, like you said. A lot of those pay-per-views, like the SummerSlam aside, were just kind of like B or C level shows with little fill-in matches here and there, insurrections and the like. But it'd be cool to see them come back over, man. There's a big wrestling fan base over here. Wembley is like a perfect venue, although it's absolutely massive. I think it holds like 90,000 people. But you know, it's the first pay-per-view here in what would be 19 years. I'm sure a lot of people would turn up.
We'd go.
Really cool. Yeah, we'd
and
go.
also, like, if you're going to do SummerSlam, that, your sense would also mean that you probably have to do a takeover. And I know a lot of fans would love to go to a takeover. Obviously, we just announced yesterday the NXT UK takeover in Dublin. And I just think this is great news. And look, the UK wrestling scene is mint. And we'd love to have a WWE show, a WWE pay-per-view, I should say, over here.
It would be very, very nice indeed. And speaking of very nice indeed, the Elimination Chamber, that goes down in March. We have the full women's lineup. The winner of this match is going to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36. Spoiler alert, it's Shayna Baszler. Baszler was the first participant announced on last night's Raw. The other ones are Asuka, Natalya, and the entire Riot Squad. So the Riot Squad's obviously not that together, but Liv Morgan's in there, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott. That's your 6 wrestlers. I mean, Baszler's winning this, right? She is a vampire. She bit Becky last week. Gangrel Jr. in the house. They had another verbal spat last night.
She said she was going to beat the out of her.
Yeah. Was it a bite? Wasn't it? Like, she said it really weirdly. I thought she was going to gnaw some excrement out of. That's weird. It's a weird route to go, Shayna Baszler.
You know what? I'm kind of glad that they didn't just say, "Oh, you get the match with Becky at WrestleMania."
Yeah.
I like the way that she's going to have to work for it, but you cannot make an argument for anyone else, not even Asuka in that match, winning the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
However, this is a great way to establish Shayna Baszler for WWE casual fans who don't watch NXT. Just have her murder everyone in there. I would have her beat every single person in that chamber, and not like, you know, a really good, decent back and forth. Just Kira Fuda-Clutch, every single one of them, as soon as they come out of the pod. Just have a, oh, there we go, beat the first one, wait, and door opens, Kira Fuda-Clutch, Kira Fuda-Clutch, Kira Fuda-Clutch, Kira Fuda-Clutch. Thank you, see you at WrestleMania, Becky.
I would like to see that. I would also like to see how mad people would be online about it, because people don't like dominant wrestlers in 2020 for some reason.
She's amazing.
She's great. Yeah, she's awesome. Maybe a nice bit of back and forth with Asuka would be pretty cool to see. By the end of the day, Baszler, come on, let's win.
Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions at WhatCulture WWE. Of course, if you want to get in touch with us. Heath Branson Durfee gives us our first question of the day, saying, with what went down on Raw with Matt and Randy murdering him, basically, would you have a Christian Randy moment on Raw with a possible Jeff Hardy return/save to push Edge's return to the ring back a week or two?
Yeah, I think Christian's a good person to use, absolutely, because of their shared history. Christian and Randy, let's not forget, had a bunch of awesome matches back in the day over the ECW title and so forth. So the ECW title, I'm speaking nonsense, it was the goddamn world title.
They took the ECW championship off Christian on the last night of ECW.
Who was the last
Why
one?
do
Was
you
it
hate
Ezekiel Jackson?
Yeah.
God damn, there you go, Ben. Right, there's
so?
an excuse to put him in the video.
Why have you done that?
I think it would be cool. I would like to see that. Jeff Hardy as well. It's a guy they got to bring back on TV soon. All depends on Christian, I guess. He sounds quite happy in his retirement. Maybe doesn't want to do physical spots. Maybe isn't capable of doing physical spots anymore. Let's see what happens.
I'd have Christian, and then come out, have a thing with him, and then Jeff Hardy. Probably even a match, Jeff Hardy and Randy before, because they work so well together. And the thing with the ear and the from the Hell in a Cell, remember?
Yeah.
And when Hell in a Cell was briefly entertaining. Right, Sam Long, second question of the day, saying all the discussion over the last few weeks has been Baszler Becky, Flair Ripley, and now Belair Bayley has been mentioned for WrestleMania. This must be so embarrassing to the current women's main roster. How do you fix it?
I think you fix it by taking the NXT women's roster and putting it on Raw and SmackDown, because this is just, I think the NXT women's roster, as far as like, I'm not talking about like Joshi or all women promotions because they're not divisions, but as far as women's divisions in like mixed gender wrestling promotions like WWE, AEW and others, the NXT women's division is head and shoulders above every single one. It's brilliant, it's great, it's awesome, there's loads of characters, stories, great matches, great combos and so forth. I think the only way to really do that is to swap the personnel, and sorry Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan, but you're not Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. It's a hard balance, but I think it's a personnel issue.
I agree to a certain extent, but also when you have these stars and you bring them back, have plans for them. Sasha Banks, Bayley. You turn Bayley heel and just go, cut your hair, attack a Bayley buddy, and then I'll move on to something else now, probably. Yeah. Naomi, you bring her back, she gets this huge reaction. Then, as far as I'm aware, she got pinned by Carmella for that title shot the other week.
Yeah, Carmella got the title shot, but it does look like they're going to head in the Naomi direction.
Why don't have her get pinned? You've just made it look so weak.
I know, they don't know what...
Idiots.
They don't know how to
It doesn't matter if you bring up the NXT women's roster, if you keep booking them like crap. Book them well, and it'll work. I'm spiraling. I'm going to move on quickly to something that's going to cheer me up from Hey Bailey Bo Bailey on Twitter, who says, is wrestling now the best it's ever been? Is this the best wrestling ever? If so, why do you think ratings continue to decline or remain low for shows with great product like NXT and AEW?
Wow, okay. Best ever, I'm not sure. I'm always reticent to kind of throw tags like that around because it's...
Not me, yes it is.
it's very tough, but in terms of like consumer choice and so forth, this is unparalleled in accessibility. There's so much great stuff. If you can't find a form of wrestling that you like in 2020, you're not looking hard enough, and it's as simple as that. With regards to ratings and stuff, I've always held the belief that wrestling just had its moment in the sun. A zeitgeist explosion with the Attitude Era and the Monday Night Wars, that can never come back. Once something is very, very popular and it starts declining, it's probably not going to be the cool thing again. Grunge will never be the hottest music genre on the planet again. Same way wrestling will not be the hot thing it was end of the 90s, early 2000s ever again. And Yeah, I mean, you'll see little trends and so forth, and little jumps and little valleys, peaks and valleys and all this stuff, but I don't think it can ever get to its old level.
There's clearly an audience there for it, though, even if it's a smaller audience than what it used to be, and obviously, like you say, times have changed, but also, the one way you stop losing people is make sure that you make those friends of yours who aren't aware of products like NWA Power, AEW, New Japan, even Impact is obviously far improved to what it was a few years ago. So you need to make sure that your friends are aware of it and that the people know about these other options. And also, with the limited number that you have, the companies need to make sure they don't just try and milk everyone dry. Stop trying to just like take all the money away from it. Just let people choose what they want to enjoy, and maybe, you know, don't take pay-per-views off the WWE network. Just an idea.
That won't be
just
fun.
A thought. Right, let's move on to today's and finally. You may have seen, of course, last night, Drew McIntyre yet again kicking MVP's head off his shoulders.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
MVP tweeted afterwards. I just wanted to share this with you. Well, if they keep paying me, I'll keep showing up. I love you, MVP. You're great, and I'm really glad he's got some sort of producer role, if reports are to be believed. Congratulations, and yeah, he takes that Claymore well, doesn't he?
He really does. Let's do it every week.
And I love his entrance music. I know he doesn't like it, allegedly.
Does he not?
Allegedly, or he didn't like it back in the day.
It's good.
Yeah?
Get the tunnel back, though.
That's my wife from my honeymoon. I'm always shouting, I'm coming. Right, let us know your thoughts on that and all of today's news stories in the comment section. Hello. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts, including the Raw review of myself and the Dadley Boys a little bit later on. Plus, let us know your thoughts and Twitter questions on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE. Watch it. Follow both of us. You can follow him at.
You can follow me at ADH Party. The H stands for Hey! What do you think of that Alexa Bliss song?
It's dreadful. It's so bad.
It's an abomination.
As Adam clearly pointed out to me, they rhyme bliss with bliss.
Not peaceful, disappointingly. So.
Well, maybe that was the first draft. Right, my thanks. You can follow me on Twitter at Adam Wilborn. Apologies for today. We're in a bit of a silly mood. My thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture, here to let you know we want your live event videos, whether that be something that happened after the cameras stopped rolling, or your reaction to something amazing that went down at the show you were at. Stuff like this.
One of the other sweetest things I've ever seen was just recently when we saw Roman Reigns kick the shit out of cancer and come back on Monday Night Raw.
So make sure you send them to us in all the usual ways. You can tweet them at us, you can send them to us on Facebook, you can email them to us. Hell, if it's your sort of thing, you can stick them on a memory stick and post them to WhatCulture. But the one thing you need to remember is good, bad. Thanks for watching. Bye.